this video, we're going to explore holidays and festivals from around the world. How they started, how they evolved, what they mean, and why people celebrate them to this day. So, what are holidays really about? At their core, holidays are special days we humans set aside to honor something important, whether it's religious, historical, the cycle of the earth, or community. They connect people, mark important events, and create an opportunity to have fun and give us shared rhythms in life. Every culture has its own unique holidays, but many of them started for similar reasons. People wanted to celebrate seasonal cycles, commemorate historical events, or trying to gather community and strengthen faith. Let's talk about ancient and seasonal festivals, many of which were tied to nature. Things like harvests, plantings, and solstices dictated when these festivals were held. One example is Samhain, which has been celebrated by the Celts on November 1st for over 2,000 years. Samhain marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter. People believed that during it, the boundary between the living and the dead thinned, allowing spirits to pass through. They built bonfires, wore masks to ward off spirits, and left offerings for their ancestors. Over time, this festival evolved into what we now know as Halloween, a time where people dress up and all head to the street to gather candy and connect with their creativity and community. Another seasonal celebration is the Dongji Festival in China, which honors the winter solstice. Families gather, share special foods like dangyuan, which is a type of sweet rice ball, and jiaozi, otherwise known as dumplings. Dongji is a festival that celebrates the return of light energy and longer daylight hours. It's about family, balance, and the cyclical cycles of nature, which all humans have based our timekeeping on. Next, let's look at religious festivals and holidays, which carry deep symbolism and meaning. One example is Diwali, the festival of lights in India. It celebrates the victory of good over evil, light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and karma, action over adharma, inaction. It's celebrated by many people for many reasons, and celebrations vary between each state and region. Homes are decorated with oil lamps and rangoli patterns, families visit one another and exchange sweets, and prayers are offered for prosperity and happiness. Beyond the lights and fireworks, Diwali is about reflection, gratefulness, and community. Another example is Eid al-Fitr, celebrated by Muslims all around the world. Eid marks the end of Ramadan, a month of fasting, self-reflection, and spiritual growth. Families gather, share meals, and give charity to the less fortunate. It's a day for celebrations of breaking fast, group prayer, and eating delicious food. There's also religious festivals like Osun Osogbo, which is celebrated in Nigeria. It's rooted in the Yoruba traditional religion and celebrates Osun, a river deity associated with fertility, healing, and protection. The celebration includes a pilgrimage to the Osun Sacred Grove where rituals, music, dance, and offerings take place. While religious in origin, Osun Osogbo is also deeply cultural, bringing together entire communities to reinforce shared history, identity, and respect for nature. Today, many newer holidays honor historical events and societal movements. In the United States, Juneteenth originated after the American Civil War and marks the day where enslaved African Americans in Texas were finally informed of their freedom on June 19, 1865. It represents the delayed enforcement of emancipation and highlights the gap between laws being passed and justice actually being delivered. Today, Juneteenth is observed through community gatherings, education, music, and reflection, but its roots remind us of the long struggle for freedom, equality, and the ongoing fight for civil rights. Another example is Bastille Day in France, which celebrates the French Revolution. It commemorates the storming of the Bastille prison, an event that symbolized the people's fight against the monarchical authority. Today, it's the National Day of France, and is a symbol for equality, liberty, and fraternity. The French celebrate it with parades, fireworks, and public events to commemorate their Day of Freedom. Even modern holidays carry layers of meaning. Take Earth Day, celebrated globally on April 22nd. While it might not involve traditional rituals, it's a good reminder of our responsibility to our planet. People take this time to organize educational events and cleanups. It's a reminder of how holidays and festivals can evolve to fit our new societies. So why do holidays matter? They're not just fun days off or parties. They teach us about history, culture, and our shared values. They show us how humans have created meaning, celebrated identity, and connected our communities over thousands of years. By studying holidays, we can see patterns in our behavior, how we mark the passage of time, honor our past, and build traditions for the future. And this is where anthropologists come in. They spend time trying to understand our beliefs, our cultures, and our histories. And holidays and festivals are the perfect place to get an understanding of that. By looking at how people celebrate, what rituals they keep, and how traditions change over time, we can learn about belief systems, social structures, and human creativity. Holidays aren't just fun, they're a window into what it means to be human, how we connect with each other, and how we make sense of the world around us. So the next time you celebrate, think about why it exists, how it began, and what it means as a whole and to you. Every festival, big or small, tells a story about humanity, creativity, and connection, and that's something worth celebrating.